Okay, welcome back to my channel. So today what I'm going to start doing a series of videos based around the astrology charts. So I'll be looking at different astrology charts and I'll be doing the actual reading from January 1st right through to March, end of March basically. So today I'm going to be looking at Aries, so I'm going to crack on with it. So I'll see you after the intro. Greetings and welcome back to Karnak Holistics. It's good to have you back, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. My name is Jay and I'm here to help you, guide you through life's little perils. So today, as I mentioned earlier, I'll be doing a series of readings based around the astrology charts. Now, I used to do astrology years and years ago. And then I moved into tarot. So what I wanted to start doing is combining them both and looking at the actual star signs and doing a series of videos based around the tarot and using oracle cards as well. So what I'm doing today's reading is for you, Aries, and it's for the 1st of January, okay, right up until the end of March. So that's 1st of January 2022 to the end of March 2022. So I'll be using 3 decks, one tarot deck, and 2 oracle cards. And what I'll be doing, I'll be looking at work, relationships, and others. So I don't know what's going to come up. I honestly really don't know. So let's just jump into this and let's get moving. Okay, let's get started. So what I'm going to start doing, Aries, I'm going to shuffle a few cards, which are these cards here. I'm going to start shuffling these and I'm going to use a theme card, which is based around the power animal. Now, this power animal means that it will help you, for you to invoke this animal to help you through the next 3 months in January, okay, or the next 3 months next year. So I'm just going to shuffle to see what card comes up and then we can start the reading. And I'll be using this animal based around its characteristics in order to have the flow right throughout the reading. So if we get into a situation, I'll be drawing on that animal's actual presence, for example, and what its characteristics would be in order to help you overcome certain situations. At the moment, they ain't had no jumpers, so let's just pick the first card. Interesting, which is the bear. So the bear card is here. Now, the bear card says, you stand your ground. So keep that in mind, and I'm going to start shuffling, and I'm going to do your reading. This first one's going to be about relationships, okay? So bear in mind, this is about relationships, and it means stand your ground in regards to relationships. So let's see what comes up. I'm going to use tarot as a baseline. So I'm just going to quickly shuffle, and let's see what we come up with. And right, gonna start labeling it down. Okay, right. Just put these out. Interesting. We got the Lover's card, which has come up, which is good. We also got the wands. A few wands coming up as well. Reflection. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start putting some. So basically what they're saying to me right now, okay, Aries, is like for January, around relationships. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's around love. It could be around your friendships and your relationships that you may have, that you may know. So the first port of call I'm seeing is a cups, 6 of cups, which for me is about you're at the moment. If you're in a new year, I feel like there's a shift coming for you. It's about analyzing your relationships and what it is about you and what your relationships are about. This is about reviewing. And I know in a new year, we always look at what we're doing and where we're going. But this specifically is telling me that you're looking at what's relevant to you in your relationships, especially ones that are triggering you, because I've got a lot of this is affecting, for me, the solar plexus. Yeah, the solar plexus, and I can feel that this is also disgruntling you in a direction you want to go in with your relationship. So feels like this is more of an internal than a situational driven. This is more of where does your spirit sit with these people. Now, what I want to say is, well, you got no matter what you do, there is going to be some changes coming anyway, but there is a lot of luck because I've got a Wheel of Fortune, which is really, really prominent for you. Okay, so don't worry too much. No matter which way you go, what you do, how you're doing it, I do feel that your luck's on your side. So I know it feels like a bit of a challenge at the moment, and I know it feels like you're alone in a crowd, or it may feel like people don't get you, but hang in there, things are changing. I do see also there is something to do with letting go of materialistic things. I can never get that word right. Materialistic things. So it may be you looking at one specific thing. If you're a female, Aries, if you're female, this may be looking at you wanting to earn more. Or male, same thing. But if I'm pulled more that this is involving a female. So if you're female, this is about you earning. If it's a male, that is a situation with materialistic things with a female, and you're not too sure where to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out a couple cards to say what's going on with your actual drive, with your emotions. Yeah, what's it about cards? So I got compassion. Have compassion about what you're doing when it comes to your emotions. Okay, when it comes to love. Don't rush into anything too quickly. Be aware of what you're doing. Be mindful of how things are shifting. Don't just believe that just because it is what it is, and then you may think the grass is greener on the other side. It necessarily isn't. So be careful. Now I'm going to look at the Wheel of Fortune and what the goddess cards are telling me. Fortune, no matter what you do, things will work out for the better. So it's really good that even though what you're feeling, thinking, and understanding is right. I know I said that don't rush into anything, but make sure that you crossed dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's before you make any rash decisions. Okay, moving forward. Next one I want to say is about communion. Be aware when it comes to when I said about the female, about your, when I said about your changes with you're looking at if you're female and you're looking at if it's about you and it's about your materialistic stuff, look at the changes that happen. Have a communion. Talk to people about what you're feeling, thinking, and trying to understand. If it's a male, when I said earlier, the male is in links with female, discuss this situation with her, because I feel like there's a situation coming up which is not being quite clearly understood, and if you do talk about it, you would understand what they're trying to say. Moving on from there, there is one specific thing about you and your changes going on, about your change about the future, especially moving into February. So I'm looking more end of January, mid-February here, but I'm talking about your one specific key things with your heart. There is a change coming for that, which is a positive change. And I'm going to see what they say here. And they're saying, look out for the signs, look out for what the spirits is trying to tell you, trying to guide you, where they're trying to bring you forward. Don't rush into anything too quickly. Look out for the signs, they will guide you. There is a love affair coming up. So there may be, if you want to leave a relationship, or there is an issue with friends or whatever, there is something coming out of it. I feel there's a new chapter in your life. I feel there's a new love coming end of February. So be mindful of that, especially if you're in a relationship. Be careful, behave yourself. So don't believe just because remember I said just not long ago, don't rush into anything. It's not always greener, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Men, especially men, I'm not just generalizing, I'm just saying some of us think things are bad, so let's just jump ship, and then we just throw all our toys at the pram and then we just leave. But what I'm trying to say, what they show me is like, sometimes things are fake, things are not what they're meant to be. You need to look at yourself, really look at your reflections and look internally. The thing may not be the person, the actual problem actually may be you. So if you've done all the work on yourself and you're still feeling that you want to move forward, then make that decision. But let's see what the goddess says. Goddess says, yeah, again, look at your home. Don't leave home unless you're 100% sure. They're talking about this relationship like you're ready to just up sticks and go. These cards are really, really strong, Aries. I can't even say it. We're not even got halfway through, and I'm really feeling this massive shift for you going on, and they're really, really talking to me here. They're really, really trying to say to you, really be open about yourself with yourself. and look at yourself. Don't necessarily tell people, look at who you are and what you are, because I feel like you're telling people stuff and they're just telling you what you want to hear, and you're just making a lot of balls up because of it. You need to look at yourself. Don't worry about other people. Look at who you are, because this is, I'm feeling like I'm being swayed this side. Like, it's not making much sense, and you need to get the whole facts before you make any decisions around relationships and love, and especially with friends around you, because I feel there is a massive change coming for you. New year, new start, new amazing things are coming. Let's have a look what it's also got coming up, because I've got the Four of Coins, which again is about you developing your materialistic things. You want to bring more things because of your associations with people. This is talking about a friend here, because I've really got a strong sense a friend's going to help you do things that you want to do. So if you're looking for work, I know this is about relationship, and then I'm going to talk about work, but this is talking about if you're looking at developing your own business, you're looking at moving forward, and you want to make these changes. I feel there's a friend coming in, especially probably early March, end of February. I'm not feeling January, so I can't feel January. I'm feeling definitely end of February. I'm definitely feeling March, and it's almost like they're really pinning me on that. Let's have a look, see what they're saying on here. This person's going to nurture you. So this person's going to come in like a mentor. Yeah, they're going to come in and mentor you. Listen, please. I know what you're like. I know how headstrong you can be, Aries. Listen to them. Listen to them, because they're trying to show you. And if you look at the hero's journey, you're on that cycle, and you need to listen to what they're trying to tell you and what is going on to make sure that you are making the right moves forward, especially in business, because this is about your development, because I feel like you're moving on from an old you to a new you. And this isn't about like COVID or anything like that, or the new year. This is about you're quite ready to make these changes, and the time is now. Yeah, the time is now. So don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't feel that things are going to be slowly done. You need to just look at it and move forward. So I feel like completion's happening, and finally I'm arriving, and you're going to get all the information you need in order for you to help move forward. I'm seeing a date number here for you, Aries. The date, 2 dates actually, thank you so much. The date of the 14th, I know it's Valentine's. Actually, no, it's not. I'm looking at 14th of March, not the 14th of February. 14th of March is important for about a relationship or a shift. And what's the other one you're showing to me? The 2nd, either the 2nd of February or the 2nd of March. There's these 2 dates that keep showing me those 2 numbers. So look out for that. And it's all about being something about completing. Oh, brilliant, wicked. Completing new beginnings. I love when this happens. It's so shit's going. So if you've been in a relationship, friendship, all that, new things are coming in, new beginning, new start, new awareness. Again, make sure you're ready to do this. And I feel there may be people walking away from you anyway. You know, let them go with love. Don't try and keep the dead wood, because I feel like you're trying to be more than what you are, and just be you. You know, if the people don't want to be around you, let them go. You know, because at the end of the day, there's new things coming in for you. And so moving on from there, I've got the 10 of Cups, which for me is about surety. Yeah, I want to be sure about what I'm doing, about who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm doing, where I'm going. And I want to know what the Goddess cards have to say about this, actually, because okay, they're telling me about, from according to what the Goddess cards are showing me, is about you striking up an alliance. You striking up an alliance with yourself, I feel, not with other people. This is an alliance with yourself and who and what you want to be. Yeah, and I keep what's that song? I can't remember it. But they say it's a song about alliance. If you're gonna see. Okay, thank you. It's not a song. It's numbers. So they were showing me, they were playing a song about numbers. So what you're gonna start, be aware and notice numbers, Aries. Yeah, not single numbers, dual numbers. Yeah. 1 and 1, like 1 and 1, 12, 11, all those numbers. Be mindful of those. analyze them, check them out, see what they mean. They're trying to guide you and move you forward. So moving on, I see, okay, this pops up quite a bit for me. Four Cups is about organically growing. Yeah, for me, organically growing emotionally. So you're organically growing emotionally, and when you organically grow emotionally, it feels like it's going to take forever, but it's not taking forever. Then if you try to force it, allow it to organically grow your relationship. So I feel there's someone new coming in, and I feel that there's a new change. There's going to be a new influence in your life, which is going to perpetuate you forward. And because of that, organically going, focus on your destination. So what the Goddess card is saying is, like an arrow, you're striking an arrow, look at your target where you're going. Don't just fire the arrow for the sake of firing the arrow. Be mindful where you're finding where your target's going. And again, moving on, I got a wands here, and for me it's about looking back and reflecting on where you've been. So I'm coming towards the end of the actual reading, or the end of the actual month. So the end of March I'm looking at here, because I feel I'm looking back and I'm feeling like I'm golden. I've completed a lot, I've overcome a lot, I've seen a lot, I've achieved a lot. But you may not think you have, but look back. Some ways I want to say to you, create a journal, and this will help you kind of see where you've been and what you've done and where you're going, and see what you've achieved over that short space of time. So the Goddess card saying to me, yes, here you go. Radical Alliance. It's about looking back and realizing what you've achieved, who you've aligned with. Going back to what I said about that nurture person, you know, the people you've aligned with, the people you've disaligned with is another key thing, because when you've disaligned with somebody and when you disalign with somebody, new people come in and you create this link, yeah? So you need to do that. This is really, really, really prominent and really, really important. And it's almost like you need to be like that warrior, and you need to stand strong and be quite aware of what you want to achieve and where you're going, because you're going to get a lot of people, Aries. You're going to get a lot of people, man. You're going to get a lot of people trying to control you. They're going to see you start shining. And it goes back to the bear. Remember I told you about being the bear? You need to be the bear here, because these people are going to try and mess with your flow, and you need to be able to be strong and push these people aside and go for what you need to go. As I said about firing the arrow and following it through, this is what you need to do. And above all, to end it on that, because I'm going to do an extra stuff to do with this relationship stuff, I want you to look at justice. If you've been going through if you've been cheated on, lied to, manipulated, justice is going to fall in your path. So be strong like the bear. Stand your ground. They're showing me to look at it. Stand your ground. I just said stand your ground. Didn't even look at the card. Stand your ground. Yeah. Stand your ground like the bear. And then you will be successful. Honestly, the Goddess cards told me about that. Justice. Amazing. This is about romance, right? And it says romantic love. You know, romantic love is about you and your love affair. And looking at what is right for you, because even though you're in a relationship, Aries, right, whether it's a romantic love affair or whether it's just friends, you need to be right and sure that you are getting the best for you at the end of the day. So what it boils down to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull 3 cards, okay, for overall, and I'm going to use a series of angel cards to see what they're talking about. I'm going to fling over here my bear and see what bear says for me. So I'm going to put bear on top, so the bear can influence, and it's talking about boundaries, keeping your boundaries. So let's have a look. Let's have a look what you're saying. So I want this, let me just strike from the top. So angel of clarity here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. You need to have angel of clarity. So for me, you need to be quite clear and concise about what you want to achieve, Aries. Stop dilly-dallying, stop procrastinating. You know, I was world famous for that, I'll tell you. But when you don't procrastinate, you'd be surprised what you achieve, and then it will be glorious, and you'll be so happy, and things can shift forward and move forward and help you to achieve more goals in your life. Okay, thank you. What they're saying to me is, well, is to tell you to ask them for help. You try and do things out of it's typical Aries. I made some notes about Aries for some reason, but now I want to just say this. Though you're honest and you've got ambition and you're self-assertive, you don't like to ask for help. And when I say ask for help for the right people, not just people that don't know. You know, if you're going to go and get help, get people that's been in there, who's been through it. Don't just ask some random person, because it will just mess you up. Also, he's talking about don't be afraid. You're not afraid to face new things. Yeah. So don't be afraid to face. This is who you are. You're not afraid to be yourself and be outside the box, because you'll be the first one on the dance floor. You'll be the first one to also lead the troops and all that stuff. So and I want to tell you about famous people in a minute, because it's really important that it links to you, because I keep shouting my ear about famous people. So going back to clarity, have clarity about what you do when you go. Next one, I'm going to pull 3 cards, remember. Next one is about Angel of Enlightenment. So when I see this card pop up, Angel of Enlightenment, it means that when you have your boundaries, strong like a bear, stand your ground, enlightenment would only follow through. Yeah, it has to. It's by the law of attraction. It has to follow through. If you were covering all these areas, yeah, it's amazing what you can achieve. It's amazing what you have and what you achieve in your process. So don't be afraid. I feel enlightenment's coming above all. And that's what I have to really say about that. Enlightenment's coming. That is just it. They're just getting enlightenment, underline. And then that's all I didn't want to just talk about. It's just really, really weird. Next card and the final card are banging. Angel of Healing. Yeah. You're going to be healed. Whatever stuff you're going through, whatever you're feeling. Amazing. Normally, I'm swearing like there's no tomorrow, but today, whoever I'm working with, I think it's Athena. I think Athena's there. Is showing me I'm not using those words. I don't need to, because I think it's respect for the cards. But I want to tell you that your healing's coming, and you're healing about whatever past lies and naked or negativeness is going to go, and you're going to be okay. Yeah, don't worry. Things are going to get better. Things will improve. Your healing's going to be done. Okay, thank you. They're asking me to tell you again, ask for help, because I don't think you need to ask for help for them to help you to send you healing. I think I feel what they want you to do is ask for help how you can heal yourself. Yeah. Because this is at your remit. Ask how you can heal you. When you can heal you is when you can strive and move forward. So people, that's that. Before I move on, I want to just tell you a few celebrities that are actual Aries. And one thing I didn't know about Aries, I have to say that you are creative, and some of the successful people who are actual Aries are Lady Gaga, Robbie Downey Jr., you know, also, who was the other guy I was really surprised? Jackie Chan. Now, and I'll explain all these people in a minute, right? Jackie Chan, Pharrell is another one, Reese Witherspoon, and Elton John. Now, if you look at these type of characters, right, I thought it was quite amazing, right? All these characters. Jackie Chan does his own stunts. He steps out the box. Yeah, Jackie Chan does his own stunts. Have a look into him if you don't believe me. He was a stuntman. He was a stuntman for Bruce Lee, and also he does his own stunts. He was in Rush Hour, right? Like Lady Gaga. Well, she's self-explanatory, really, isn't she? She's I mean, like the meat dress. I mean, who would wear a meat dress? Only Lady Gaga, you know. And my best friend loves her. Elton John leads the pack. You know, he's been around for years, you know, and I love the story about when he came out about his homosexuality, and I love he's still with his partner for all these years, and I love his story, and I love that he is still true to himself and the people he's aligned himself with, and he's kept those types of people around him. Other person, Pharrell done that song Happy, and that he said that was about him, and he went for a bit of a dark time, and he just wanted to put this song out there, and because it wasn't no happy songs. So I don't know if there's anyone else I've missed. Yeah, I just want to end it on that. So what I'm going to do now, that is only the love. So now I'm going to look at career. So hold your horses. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to start shuffling for love. No, not for love, career. Sorry. Career, and I'm just going to put these out, and okay, from the bottom. So let's put these clear just to keep it quite concise. Okay. So as I said earlier on to you, Aries, that you do a mate. You are truly interesting. I just saw the Lovers card come up again. So talking about career, there's lots of passion with you, got Aries, which is quite interesting. So yeah, I feel like you guys are really, really coming to your own now, and I don't know what's going on with you. I would like to look into what's going on in the actual area of Aries. The actual your zodiac sign, to see what's influencing you guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start. So first thing is to do with career, to make sure, because I've just done relationships and I was very drawn into that one. And with your career, don't jump ship just yet. Wait, don't say, oh, new year, I'm going to quit my job. Don't be so bold like that. I feel there's lots of people want to either strike out on their own, which is not surprising actually, because Aries, as I mentioned, the people who are actual Aries, the celebrities, they they know how to step outside the box, and they like to be quite independent and quite self-sufficient. So I'm not surprised. So just watch your step, what you're doing, and looking at my actual. Do you want me to use angel? Yeah, me use angel cards. Okay, do you want me to use angel cards for this one, as opposed to the goddess cards? Okay, angel cards. So for your changing your career, around career and starting new, I'm seeing here, use your imagination. I feel like you should be looking at where you're going, what it is that you want to do, right? Don't just listen to what people are telling you. I feel there's a lot of people around you is going to give you bad advice. Yeah, I think this came up in your relationship one. So be mindful. You know what, Aries? You're not stupid. You know your stuff. You know what you probably one of the strongest ones in the zodiac that I know of, right? That kind of knows their mind. I'm not knocking other zodiac signs. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, like, every Aries I've come across in my life, have been quite prominent in what they want to do, and they know, and it's high. I'm not saying they're stubborn, that's not what I'm saying, or they're arrogant, it's not that. But they're quite open to change, and they're very focused and assertive about where they're going in their life. Like my boy's mum's, old mother-in-law, she was an Aries, and I took a lot of my decisions and how I am sometimes from her, because she knew if she wanted something, she would go for it, and she will stick her ground. She was very family orientated, so I was kind of mindful. That's when I'm talking now about this bit about your career. She pops into my mind, though, despite she knew that she was a housewife, but she was also wanted to cut her own life out for herself. So I wanted to say, like, I feel you should do the same. So the reason why they're showing me her is because they want you to be a bit more creative with your way you're thinking, because you are very creative within yourself. Moving on from there, I want to look at this is still your career, and I sense that there is, I got a hyacinth here. So it's like you're looking, not looking at the prize, looking at your changes. There's lots of people will be watching you, yeah. I sense there's a man. Okay, if you're male, if you're male, there's a female watching you. So like a boss watching you, not in a bad way, seeing how you change and what you're doing. Okay, thank you. They give me the 17th of January as a specific date about this. I don't know why. There is something significant about that, about a boss. There's also, if you're female, I see you watching a male and kind of like seeing changes for them. Maybe they're your colleagues and you see them changing, and they'll come to you for guidance. So with that, for that, angel says music. Listen to music. Listen to music for your answers, to guide you. I feel like the music's going to be coming through to kind of like influence you, to guide you, to make sure that you are not just putting it out there. Yeah. So be mindful about what you're doing and where you're going. I'm going to shift it a bit, and I'm going to go back to my Goddess cards, because I really sense that I need to be a bit more fluidly, because I'm sensing that it's with the other ones I'm not picking up what I should be picking up. So the next one, what I'm talking about, is the actual star, which is your wishes is there. Aries, your wishes is there. So you know that saying, I don't know if you knew it, but when I was growing up, my parents and my mum always used to say this to me. Starlight, star bright, wish I may, wish I might, wish on the first star I see tonight. That is the same. Any star you see at night time, you wish upon that star, and that star you start putting out to the heavens will make your wish come true. But basically, this is about your wishes. Yeah, this is about what wish that you want to achieve, and it's going to come about, but you just need to have faith in yourself. Weirdly, which I'm very surprised about, you don't seem to be, and it's really peculiar. You're quite shrewd when it comes to getting where you're going. So I want to see what they say. What the Goddess card is telling me. The past. That's why. Stop looking at the past and what's gone wrong. Stop it. Stop it. Stop looking backwards, right? It's okay to look backwards where you've been and what's happened to you from the past, but it's not don't let it influence your future. Now, this always happens. I see this all the time with people. They always go, oh, but has gone wrong. Or if I leave, I may, go, out of the frying pan into the fire. And I'm going, look, if you've done the work and you know what the problem is, so if you're getting bullied at work or trouble at work and you know it's not you, or you are always aligning yourself with gossips and you are not aware of it, but because you've done the work and you've realized, and then you've gone, okay, well, yeah, I am aligning myself with gossip. So you don't, and you move away from that, then when you're going into your new place, you would naturally not do that. Because sometimes when we go to work here, to a new environment, we try to be recognized, right? It's human nature. But this is where the bear comes in. You need to stand your ground and create boundaries, right? And I'm going to keep referring back to that because they keep getting me to look over there. Sorry. So it's about you reflecting and working on your past. And if you've done the work, now, as I keep telling people, do the work. If you've done the work, you should be right to shift forward. Because I feel like you keep making, you're your worst enemy, and at work, you want to be liked. And because you want to be liked, you kind of like sink your own ship almost. And I think you're aligned with some of the people that do that as well. So be mindful that you don't do that anymore. Okay, thank you. The Goddess card is just giving me, it's about independence. Learn to be independent. Don't despite I said you're assertive, right? And you are creative. Just because you've got all those things and you're one of the first ones to go out there, it doesn't mean you're independent. Yeah. When you're independent, it's like you will have your own mind. I'm not saying, I sound like I'm contradicting myself because I said that you know your own mind, but sometimes you don't like to be on your own. Yeah, you always want to be a part of that crowd. Hence and why sometimes you may fall into that crowd who is gossips, who like to lie and all that lot. So be mindful. You could also align yourself with successful people if the way you move about and who you're mixing with. So be mindful what you're doing. I'm seeing travel here to do with work as well. So I don't know if there's going to be some traveling or restriction on travel for you. So it feels like you may get a new car, you may change your car, you may get a new bus. I don't know, but I feel there's a change. But I do feel like because of that travel, there is something you're going away. So, no, I think you're going away with someone. But I feel there is whoever you're doing in regards to travel to work or to do work, involves someone else helping you, right? You won't do this on your own. There'll be people or person, I'm not showing you if it's male or female, because I think if it's male, it'll be a female. If it's male, if it's a male, it's going to happen to you. It'll be a female helping, or it could be male. I don't know, but they're just saying to me that it's going to be someone's going to come in and step in and help. It doesn't really matter whether it's male or female helping you. It's just for the matter that you're bloody getting help, right? And that you're doing the process of what you should be doing. And also, I feel there is a change to do with your home life. So though this is to do work, I think there's a work-life balance issue going on for you. And I feel like that if you start looking at your work-life balance, your future will be brighter. Because I feel at the moment, you're kind of like stuck. And it feels like with work, it may become samey. Sometimes we like that, that's fine if you like that. If you like doing the same job day in, day out, that's totally down to you. I think some people don't. But according to Aries and what I've seen, what my research has come across and what I know about Aries, they don't stay there long. They like to be creative. If they are in the actual industry, I say they stay in the industry, but I feel they like to move around. They like to be a bit more creative. They like to spice things up. But the important thing, I feel that's what's going on. Interestingly enough, right, moving on from there, I feel like there's going to be an ally to do with that. There's going to be someone who's going to help you to achieve this, for you to either get a promotion. I see if you're moving sideways, but I see you moving sideways, but up. So if you're a crew, like a crew member, or if you're like a team member, I see you becoming like a senior member of staff, or not yet team leader. Does that make sense? So you're in between the team leader and the actual crew member. So you're there. It feels like that's what's going to happen with you. Let me just double check that's true. And it's all about resonance. It's about you. It's really weird. You not feel like you're ready for that yet, but you will be. You will be. So it's just, if you see it and it comes up at work, promotion comes up at work, even if it's a step up and you don't get a lot of money more or same money, look, do it, go for it, because it's going to help you move forward. It's going to benefit you, and the job you do and the job you're going to go and do is going to be different, because your senior members of staff will be talking to you differently about what they want you to do. Yeah. So if you're a normal member of staff, there's certain things they won't tell you. But if you're a senior member of staff, there's certain things they will be telling you. And I know when I became a senior member of staff, it was a whole new world. And it was still the same job in the same industry, but I had more exposure to the mechanics of how the company ran, the thought processes behind it all. And it was really interesting to the point is where I could imagine myself just coming in and doing my normal day job. I needed to be an influence on the actual mechanical, to be a part of that chink in that train, chink in a chain for the development of the actual business. But justice is coming for you, people. Justice is coming for you, Aries. And again, it keeps showing me to look back here. Use your boundaries, use the bear, stand your ground, and you will be successful. Moving on, there is liberation. So whatever you've been victimized, picked on, bullied, harassed, stressed, whatever, thank you. They're showing me towards the end of February, this will be dealt with. This will be dealt with. But you need to be the bear. You need to stand up to them. Yeah, you need to voice it. Don't just brush under the carpet. You need to stand up and be counted, because what you do would help others. What you do would help yourself and help anybody else moving forward. And above all, what you do would help that person, because that person, obviously, if they're bullying people or bullying you or troubling you, they've got issues within themselves, and that's what they need to be taken care of, because that's why what bullies are. Bullies are cowards. So let's move on, because I'll be here all day talking about this situation. I hate it. I totally hate it. And if you are a bully and you're bullying, you need to check yourself. So I'm not just talking about the victims here, I'm talking about the bullies here, because you, in a way, are a victim of someone else's bullying. That's why you do what you do. So stop it, behave yourself. So moving on. To show me about the Ten of Cups. So from the Ten of Cups is about open up a paths, emotionally, internally, being authentic with yourself when it comes to your career, being authentic with what you can and you can't do, and what you want to, and where you're going. Again, funny. I'm about to say this word, focus. This is about you focusing on your development. You're moving forward. Weirdly enough, they show me training. So like personal development. I don't know if you're going to be doing stuff at work, retrained at work, or I feel like you are going, Aries, you're going to go off and retrain yourself. But I do see that there's this big push for not all of you Aries, obviously. Don't be this mass of Aries going to colleges and stuff, and the college going, when you're born, you all happen to be born all in the same era. Anyway, no, it's about you probably looking at you working on yourself as well. So that could be a form of training that you're doing. But also, I see you wanting to do that because you want to find something that you love doing, and if you're later in life and I'm not saying an old fogey, if you're my age, in your late 40s, you're looking at like, okay, well, I've got enough experience to do something else and go off and do something else, then it's okay to do it. But don't sit there and go, no, I can't, because whatever. You need to make these changes. But whatever you do, follow your heart, follow what you love. But yeah, see what I mean? This thing about inexperience, you think you don't have the experience, but you do. Follow your passion. If, for example, you are working a full-time job and you have a little side business and you're like making candles or something, I don't know, whatever, or you're doing, I keep picking on people candles because my mate doesn't make candles, so you make candles, or you making something, you're creative, because Aries is creative, remember? So if you're like creative and you're doing something, try, and you want to scale up, but you've been talking about it for years, procrastinating. Bear time. You need to go back to the bear time. You need to get your boundaries sorted, and stand your ground. Be like the bear. Be strong, resilient, and focused, and like playful in a way. And it will. You do have the experience. You just need that influence, that guidance to help you. Next one I want to just talk about is reflection, looking at yourself and having compassion with yourself, please, Aries. Be easy on yourself. Stop picking on yourself. Stop putting yourself down. And I know with people who are kind of passionate, or who are very, very creative, I should say, they are probably the world's worst for putting themselves down and being their worst enemies. But stop it. Don't do it. Don't put yourself in that scenario, because you're bigger and you're better than that. And you are all the things you say you're not, you are. So if you're thinking you're rubbish, you're crap at what you do, you think you're no good, flip it. You are good at what you do. You're amazing. So keep at that focus. And here, if things about when you made that shift, that change, and you kind of like gone through and you've done a work, and it's about your career, it will bring in money, and there will be an alliance with somebody. Someone's going to step in and help you. I don't know if there's going to be a financial injection, whatever you call it, into your actual other business, but I feel that there's an alliance. It could be kind of like knowledge, but I do feel it could be also financial. They're just going to step in, financially help you to that degree. So, and again, that's my reading for that, and what I'm going to do, as I did with the romance one, and love, I'm going to do, okay, just jumped out. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I ain't got a clue. These are called jumpers. When I'm shuffling and they jump out, this is what they want me to work with. So I ask them, where do I start, from the bottom or the top? They're telling me start from the bottom. Okay, don't say they don't really mind. So above all, what they're telling me about you, Aries, for your career overall, like the overall picture, this is what they're talking about is here. So I ain't got a clue what's coming up. So they're talking about angel of detoxation. detox yourself, detox. Get rid of the crap, move on, shine. And when you detox, you will be able to see changes that you can do, which will lead, interestingly, to travel. I feel like you may need to travel in order to do with detoxation. It might be that you may just want to get away for a few days, or you may want to take a holiday and just, I'm seeing you sitting by a river or sea or beach. I'm seeing you sitting in a forest. I see something really natural that you're sitting next to. So if you're getting that pull to do it, Aries, please do it. Don't procrastinate, because I know sometimes you do. Go off and do it, because the angels are sitting there waiting for you to come and say hi. And until then, you're just going to be like, you know, struggling along. With that, I love when it flows like this. When you've done those and you've done that and you're there, they will be going to you, yo, Aries, what are you saying? Let's help you. They will then give you the next chink to the chain. The next chink to the chain. Don't know if that's the process, but or the next link. Oh no, sorry. Next link to the chain. I probably see you people going, no, actually, Jay, it's actually the link. The next link to the chain. And with that is the angel manifestation. Manifestation, she's probably sitting again, right, hurry up. I wanted you to get ready to move and move forward. I'm trying to remember her name. Oh, it'll come back to me. I never remember her name in the angel manifestation or the angel of transformation. Anyway, the angel manifestation will help you manifest the things that you want. So start looking at what you want to do and where you want to go, and it will help you to achieve your overall goal. So if you want to start your own business, people, Aries, do it, because it's there and it's ready for you to strive and thrive and fly, which will lead to it's coming in. Let me show you this. It's coming, people, in divine timing. You can't see it, but divine timing. It's coming in divine timing. When it's coming in divine timing, it will come when it's ready. Don't try and force it, but just use a manifestation to make the thing shift. Then, going back to you again, angel creativity. You're creative, hugely creative. Doesn't mean you're going to go and start drawing and start painting and you're going to wear a beanie cap and stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. This is about you being creative with what you want to do up here, you know, and making things happen. So this is about you being creative in your approach to what you do. You won't go through the run of the mill. You'll be outside the box, effecting it. And finally, clairaudience. Oh, perfect. Love this when it ends like this. They will guide you. That is clairaudience. They will guide you, and they want me to show you the card, okay? So you see there and there, that's you, and that's them talking to you. And that's them guiding you, and you will be getting, you're not hearing voices, but you will get inspired action to process your career moving forward, okay? So go ahead and strike with that, and let's see how we flow. So that's the reading for your career. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and shuffle some cards in a minute, and I'm going to look at others just in case there's something that may have come up. So bear with me with this one. So what I'm going to be doing now is others to see what I may have missed, what they would like to say. So this is kind of like a psychic thing. So remember, this is from January 1st to March, end of March. So they're telling me 7 cards. So I'm just going to spread these cards out and just randomly pick 7. Bear with me one moment. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay. So let's have a look from the bottom. Okay, do you want me to just pull the cards from the bottom? So I've got the Devil card. These cards that were created by myself and the collective. These cards represent astrology. The astrology at the top, astrology at the top, numerology and tarot. So this is about the Devil card. So this is for me about you being your worst enemy. You constantly trying to hold yourself back when you shouldn't be, because there's nothing to hold yourself back with, because you have the right attributes to be successful in what you want to achieve. And if you want relationships, a love, married, travel, new career, new home, you've got it, but you're the one that's holding yourself back with that. So I'm not going to say stop it. I'm just going to say you can do this. Again, it's going, listen to your intuition. When your intuition is talking to you, this is what they're saying. Your intuition is saying that you can achieve all these goals, and it's use your intuition, and also psychically listen to what you're feeling, because I know your intuition is about, it just gives you that feeling, but also listen to like music. If you keep hearing a song in the morning, you know, when you wake up and you hear a song, that's them trying to tell you what you need to do in order to activate yourself to move forward. This is talking about you in general, okay? This is talking about you making all this stuff happen, your romance and your career. I feel like to do with your family, them two areas being dealt with will help influence your family and stuff at home. So also, it's interesting, I've got new life. So this is, for me, when this card pops up, it's about new beginnings, new starting. It's kind of like the death card, and it's about things changing, things coming to an end, and things starting. And I think it's about you changing, and you changing your thought process and how and what, who you are and what you want to be and where you want to arrive at. So I feel like your new life is going to come, out the new life is going to come abundance, and then it's going to come that new clarity to what you do, and how you are influenced will influence others. So there'll be people behind you. I'm seeing you more like a father figure. So, you know, I'm not saying you have kids, but I'm just saying like people around you will look at you like a father figure, more like that, an influencer. So what you do, they will inspire to do the same. So be mindful what actions you do will follow through and do the same thing. This again, typically you Aries, is the Magician. Now for me, when I created this Magician card, or we were looking at this Magician card, was about you being, again, independent. I should put this down here actually. Looking at your boundaries and working within your boundaries. Sometimes going outside your boundaries as well. But sometimes you need to look if you're safe within your boundaries. Sometimes, and you've tried things within your boundaries and not working, you may need to step outside your boundaries. For example, when I was in music, instead of me keep sending my demo tapes in to the record companies, I would actually go to the actual offices and pretend that I'm a courier guy, and then get into the office and then leave I didn't manage to get access sometimes in a way. I won't go there. And then just leave my demo tape on their desk. That's not forget the fish. So yeah. So and also with my music, I was outside the box. So I spoke more about I was message rap, but I spoke a lot about God and influence, which then helped me to find a actual management company that took us on and was helping us. So anyway, so this is about what I'm saying is about you thinking outside the box, that don't do what everybody else is doing. Do it legally, obviously. You know, don't say you're going to go and do something illegally and then blame me for it. Do something legally, but push his boundaries. You know, like Lady Gaga, like Jackie Chan, you know, Pharrell and all those cats, you know, all those people, they're pushing boundaries. So I can mention Pharrell going to the record company, I want to do a song called Happy. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And he was like, what's the chorus? I'm happy. They probably thought it was crazy. But look at it now, you know, it was huge. Anyway, so next one is fun. This, it's about saying your boundaries and you do what you need to do, will bring balance to you. You know, balance will bring about, in order to get there, you need to have a bit more common sense, and be quite disciplined, focused, and sometimes you may need to be a backseat driver. So because you've done all the outside the boundary stuff, or inside the boundary, whatever it needs, and so you've been outside the boundary, you may need to just cool it and let the process just ride and go forward. and which would equals that you will be the world, you would have the world. And this card represents that you will own the world. You will, everything is at your feet. So everything that you are looking for and you want to aspire to will be at your feet, but you need to get off your backside and do it, basically. And again, it's just saying that people are going to come in to try and pull you back and hold you back, but this, because you're getting outside the box again, or the world's at your feet, there's a lot of scariness there. Don't become the hermit, don't become the hermit. Be a bit more stronger than that. And finally, out of that is going to be this for me, the Hyacinth, which is for me the marriage card, which represents that it's going to bring everything you need to you if you kind of like follow through and you open up to these changes. When you open up to all your changes and you grow within your actual energy, and you curve in your energy to move it forward, you'd be surprised what you achieve. So there you go. I really, 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 really enjoyed that. I'm working through the list. So I've done Aries. I'm going to work on Taurus next, which is mine. So I'll probably do that later today or tomorrow. But I'm going to be putting this out for this. I'm going to try and get them all done before the new year. So I've got 12 to do. So Aries, let me know how it goes. And if there's questions or comments, please like, share, and subscribe. Send me let me know. Just keep me informed. It's really good to know how things unravel. If there's stuff that you sense that is coming up, that is a bit more way, share it, share it. Anyway, thank you for your time, Aries, and everybody else that is watching who you decided to watch, because you may have a partner who's an Aries and you're helping them through this stuff. This is the other thing which will be key. Then yeah, thank you for your time, and God bless. Namaste, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.